Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is a design inspired by the fabulous Sarah's Nail Secrets on YouTube and Instagram. She did this in a video a while back. I fell in love. I did recreate it in different colours on my Instagram already, but I thought I would do a video and show off some slightly different colours with the design video. So I'm starting off working on my hand dolly hand. I've popped the base tips in, they just slide in at the cuticle, and just for a slightly different shape today I've actually applied the Glitter Planet pre-pinched stiletto tips. These are and always will be some of my favourite tips because I wanted a really nice stiletto shape. So I'm just going in with my clear base, and then we will get into the fun stuff. So as always, Team Gorgeous Acrylics, I've got Clear Candy and some new neons. I've got Oh Carolina and Carnival for this design. For any of you that follow me on Instagram, if you saw the previous set, I did a yellow and green, so I thought I'd mix it up a bit and do neon pink and orange. So I'm starting off with Oh Carolina, which is this beautiful neon pink, and honestly it is so bright, it just glows. My camera probably struggled with it at times, but oh, I love it. So I'm doing an ombre on the pinky, and I will be doing the same on the index finger. So starting off roughly at the natural free edge, just blending it back towards the cuticle and then pulling it right down to the tip of the nail. Being quite a long nail, it took a couple of beads to do, just repeating the process. So at that free edge, pat it across the nail, blend it towards the cuticle, and now I'm just bringing it down. Oh, pesky bit of hair or something there. And then I'm just bringing it down to that point. Obviously they are quite curved as they are pre-pinched, so you want to make sure you're swiping it down either side so it's covered right to the tip. Keeping it nice and thin, as always. I feel that is like one of my most repeated phrases in my videos, working nice and thin because it's going to be capped at the end. So yeah, nice and thin, but making sure I've got coverage right down to that point. So just adding a teeny tiny little bead there. This is actually something I filmed several weeks ago, so I am actually using my Ink London Acrylic size 8 brush. So now I'm going in with Carnival to create the ombre. Now on camera it's really hard to see the difference between the two colours as I do this because they just glow, like glow, sunglasses glow. But there is a very distinct difference at the end, I assure you. So I've just placed my first little bead roughly at that where I've finished the first colour, blend it down, just feather it down. You don't want to cover the pink, just feather it over, then in with a cuticle bead and same thing, feathering it down. And then if I feel my blends need it, and sometimes they do, I will go back in with the original colour, just very small wet beads of the original colour, as I'm about to do, just to work on that blend. Now unfortunately, as I said, that glow is so glowy you can't really see the blend, so you're just going to have to take my word for it, but hopefully at the end when I show a picture you will see it. So I'm going to repeat the process on the index finger, ta-da, as if by magic timing, and then I will be back and we will talk about the middle two nails. So I'm using the Cosmopolitan Fine Glitter and the Tequila Sunrise Fine from the Cocktail Collection from the fabulous SONIA Williams. And I'm just using these to add a little bit of colour across the centre of these nails, but also so I can sort of disguise what would be the free edge of the natural nail if it was a natural nail. So I'm just doing the two colours, starting off with the pink, which is Cosmopolitan, and then going in with the orange Tequila Sunrise, and just doing a bit of a swoosh from one corner of at the cuticle down the other side at the free edge. And I'm just making sure I've got a nice coverage across the free edge, so that's sort of the middle point where it's at the thickest, and then swoosh it down into a nice point at either end. Does that make sense? It made sense in my head. And now I'm just using some chameleon flakes which I got from eBay. You can get these everywhere. They are gorgeous. They just add a real something extra to a design, but do not sneeze whilst that pot is open. In fact, do not breathe too hard, speak too hard or anything, because they are so fine they just get everywhere. And so sneezing is a no-no unless you want your flakes to go everywhere. So I'm just teeny tiny bead of my clear acrylic into the flakes, and then I'm just patting that out. I mean, you can see them flying away as I work. And I'm just patting that over top of the glitter, just to make it a little bit more, whoo. I couldn't think of another word there, so that's where the woo came in. So I'm just doing that, patting it down nice and flat. And now, you know, the boring bit of capping everything. It might be boring, but it is highly important. So I'm just capping all of these nails with my clear acrylic. I have sped this up slightly. I'm doing the two ombres first, just letting those flakes and glitters really set into place. And I have sped this up. So tucking it in at the cuticle, creating my apex as I work down, and then just pulling that clear acrylic right down to the free edge, keeping my shape in, you know how it goes. And then I will, as always, do all my filing off camera so I can have a lay down in between. And I'm using my Team Gorgeous files and my buffer. So once these are all filed into shape, nicely refined and looking super smooth, I will be back and we will add the smoky decoration. Okay, so we're all filed, looking fabulous, and now it's time to add the smoky effect. So I'm using my white from Ink London. This is I-156 Retort White. Absolutely love this white because it is just so pigmented. So to create my smoky neon effect, I have gone across that glitter with that white gel polish in a squiggle, and then I'm using an old gel brush, and it's really important that it's an old one because it could just get trashed doing this sort of effect. Dipping that in acetone, and then I'm sort of squiggling that over top to sort of blend that white out, so I've got some thicker white bits and to get that smoky effect. It's really hard to just sort of describe how I'm doing this, so it's best that you just watch. But it's really important to use an old brush to do this because you don't want to ruin it, so this is like my messy play brush. And I'm wiping it every so often before I re-dip into the acetone, because otherwise you'll just make the acetone all cloudy and horrible. And then I just keep adding more gel where I feel I need it, and once I am happy, Again, there's no right or wrong way, there's no way it should look. Once I'm happy, I'm going to pop that in my LED lamp, cure for 60 seconds, and now I'm going over with my neon pink and orange pigments. These are from NAILCHEMY. I got them in a set of 12, I think, 12, yeah, all different colours. Using a little brush just to tap that into that tacky white gel polish, giving the brush a good wipe in between colours so there's no mixing and cross-contamination in the pots, and just patting that on. Don't worry if it's looking a bit messy, because I'm going to now go in and give that a good dust, like a really good dust, getting rid of all that excess pigment and even a little bit more, so if some of the white ends up showing, that's fine. This is actually an old acrylic brush. I've got so many acrylic brushes. I've got one now I use for glitter. And now I'm going to top coat that, just so that that pigment now stays in place, doesn't get ruined as I move on to next steps. So once I've done that, I just pop that in my lamp, cure for 60 seconds. As always, I'm using my Team Gorgeous top gel. And now I'm using the white Artisan paint from NAILCHEMY and a striping brush. This is an Ink London striping brush I got in a pack of 4. I really like these brushes. And I'm just adding some squiggly lines across the pigment, just for something a bit extra, you know. You don't have to do this. You could actually do this before you add the pigment to give the lines colour, and you've got some pigmented lines, but I quite like adding separate white lines over top. So once I'm happy with those, I will cure for 60 seconds. These gel paints need a 60-second cure. Clean up my brush before I put it away, and then move on to blinging up the nails. Okay, time for a bit of bling. I have sped this up slightly. So I'm using my Team Gorgeous glue, and I'm using AB crystals from Crystal Parade, and I'm also using the Neon Delite, Electric Delite mix they are called, and I'm using the orange and the pink, and I'm just alternating AB pink, AB orange, AB pink, AB orange. Apologies for getting my hair in there. I didn't realise. And so I'm just doing that across the centre of the nail just for a bit of bling, and I'm using my crystal Katana. Now I'm going in with my Flexi and my Velvet top gels from Team Gorgeous. So on these two nails with the crystals, I'm using the Velvet so that they have a matte finish. So I'm just going in with the brush originally, and now, as you've seen me do several times before, I'm just going in with a little art brush so I can get right in and amongst all those crystals. I'll do the same on the other ombre nail, and on the middle two fingers I will use my Flexi top gel so that they've got a nice shiny finish. Once the top coat is all done, pop it in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds, and then that is this neon smoke design finished. Don't forget, if you are working on real nails, real people, to finish off the surface with some cuticle oil once that top coat has cooled. I highly recommend Emoki nails, and the link is in the description box for that, along with all the products I have used in today's video. And don't forget to check out for any discount codes. I do have that one for Team Gorgeous, so check out that box to find that. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. I will also link Sarah's YouTube channel in the description box so you can check out her design and everything else she does. She is amazing. But that is it from me today, so I will see you again very, very soon. Bye! Mwah!